Don't you just love that you can post basically whatever you want on TikTok? Yeah, like literally anything. From people pretending to be sheep to whatever the heck this thing is. And yes, of course, terrible personal finance advice. My name is Chris, and today I'll be reacting to some questionable personal finance content on TikTok, even though I really just want to react to this sheep people video. What the heck is going on here?
If someone tells you to try to predict what your income is going to be for the month, walk the other way.
What?
If someone tells you to throw all of your extra money towards paying off debt, ignore them. And if someone tries to tell you that you don't need a budget, well, I think you know what I'd say about that.
Okay, I'm sorry. What is happening with this video? Sorry, I need to watch this again because this was from the official YNAB You Need a Budget account. This isn't just from a random TikTok account. What? Okay, what does this say? You should only plan with money you have right now. So they're saying only plan for money you have? Then how do you plan for, I don't know, say reoccurring expenses? You need some sort of time frame to be able to base all of your expenses off of. I personally like the zero-based budgeting method where we estimate our income for the month, we make a plan around that, and then we adjust accordingly. Okay, this one, you need to put extra money in savings too. Okay, this makes more sense. Ideally, we probably just want to focus our money on one of these, saving or paying off debt, but okay, that one's fine. Everyone can benefit from a budget. Okay, totally agree with that one, but wow, what a weird video from a legitimate budget company. Very confusing.
Real quick before I go, one money hack that the rich do not want you to know, but I don't know. They might explain it to you if you ask them to, but here it is. When you want to buy something, don't buy it with the money out of your own pocket. What you're going to do is you're going to buy it based off the interest that you make on your investments. For example, you want to buy Netflix. Netflix is $10 a month. What you're going to do instead of paying $10 out of your pocket, because most people would be like, oh yeah, $10 a month, I can afford that. What you're going to do instead is you're going to invest maybe $2,500 into something that's going to pay you $10 in interest that month. That way you're not paying for Netflix $10 out of your own pocket. If you keep this up, eventually you won't have to work again, always living off of your investments. That's how the rich stay rich.
Wait. So don't spend $10 a month on Netflix, but instead drop $2,500 into an investment where you then have to withdraw the $10 a month from that investment to be able to pay for the Netflix, and then you're subject to maybe capital gains tax if the number gets big enough, all because you made money on an investment and you didn't want to pay Netflix $10 a month. Nah, I'll just pay for the Netflix. There's no way she's actually doing this herself in real life. I need to see receipts. I get the concept that she was trying to share here, but most Americans don't even have $1,000 if an emergency came up. So a $2,500 investment for a $10 monthly expense is just not even an option. What are we talking about here?
So my fiance has been wanting me to start like using an actual budget spreadsheet for years. Amazing. And I only just started within the last 2 months actually using it. And I just want to know how.
Also, quick pause. What's up with all this hot girl finance talk? No, just to be very clear, I am very, very married. I was just reading her text and I see this pop up all the time. Do you guys notice this too?
Is anyone affording their bills and having a social life and having cute clothes to wear while they have that social life and getting like their brows done, laser, etc.?
They are kind of bushy right now.
Who can afford all those things? And what do they do for a living? Because full transparency, like I'm getting married, my fiance makes more money than me. Like I don't pay as much in rent as he does. We like kind of created our budget relative to what we both make. But like for me, it's like if I go out to dinner and buy groceries and get gas and go to therapy, I'm fucked. I've already gone over for the week. Or alternatively, if I want to buy like a top and a candle for my mental and emotional well-being,
there it is,
and go to therapy and buy groceries and get gas, I'm fucked. So I just want to know genuinely, what are y'all doing that you can afford to look hot, have cute clothes, and don't tell me to go thrifting because they never have my size. And thrifting in LA, I have not been able to find any good thrift that's not just as expensive as going out and buying new clothes. Are we all just in crippling amounts of credit card debt? Like what are we doing?
Which debt are you in?
What is the secret?
The secret is maybe stop using your credit card so much. It seems like that's how you're making all of these purchases. And the LA thing probably, I don't know, maybe is contributing to this whole thing. Who knows? At first, I was really proud to hear that she started budgeting. Okay, her fiance was getting her on the track of budgeting. But without knowing how much over her budget she is, it's kind of hard to start giving suggestions. She didn't say if she was paying off any of her credit card debt either, but either way, it doesn't matter. If you consistently go over your budget, and she mentioned that she had only been doing this for 2 months. So let me set the record straight that if you've only done this for 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, you might not be amazing at it, and that's okay. And I understand her frustration, but you can't give up. But if you're over your budget, that means simply that your expenses are too high or your income is too low. And I think for her, it sounds like her expenses might be too high, because it seems like a scenario where she's trying to have her cake and eat it too. I think what I would recommend for her is considering going through the process called your North Star goals. And basically what I want you to do here is write down a list of the most important things to you. So this could be 5 things, 10 things. It doesn't really matter. They're non-negotiables. And then we cut the fat around everything else. So for her, she may need to sacrifice the brows, the candles, the cute tops to make all this work. But we should never sacrifice the ability of you subscribing if you're loving this reaction style content.
Let's do an update on how broke I am so that you can feel better about your finances. And I have been not wanting to do an update or really talk about finances at all in the last week and a half, because honestly, I'm just embarrassed about it, and I want so badly to be out of this position, but it is not something that happens overnight, unfortunately. No, we have increased our income, we've cut down on expenses, but all of our extra money is going towards paying off our debt.
Okay.
Which means we still have no extra money.
Could be going to worse
We're
things,
also
though.
not using credit cards at all.
Right.
And so
Good.
the money that we were able to spend going on those credit cards is now also decreased. So it is just not a good situation, and today is just today I'm pissed about it, honestly. So right now we do not have any groceries, and I don't mean oh, we don't have stuff that's easy to make quickly. No, we actually don't have food to make. So I'm at Aldi. I need to get some groceries, and I just checked my checking account, and I'm currently negative $8. Because something came through that I wasn't expecting. So thankfully I have money in our savings account that I set aside for taxes on the money that I've earned from TikTok, which is still not enough to cover all of that, by the way. But I'm going to be borrowing some money from that so that we can get groceries, and then I will just have to pay it back when I get paid from my actual job. It is days like this where I literally just want to scream, because we're digging ourselves out and I'm seeing progress.
Amazing.
And I'm grateful for that. There's at least light at the end of this very, 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 very long tunnel.
It's great to hear.
But I'm just pissed about it.
Okay, first of all, I really appreciate when people make videos like this and they just share the challenges that they're having. Most of the stuff on social media nowadays is just complete garbage and BS, but this was so real. So thank you so much for posting this. And honestly, it's people like this and stories and situations like this. It's why I make content, to see how I can help people like this. It seems like we may need to throttle down the debt payments, because she mentioned that they were throwing everything extra at the debt. And it also seems like they don't have a buffer in their checking. They have a little bit of savings, but what I would want to do is create at least some sort of buffer in our checking account. That way you can safely go to the grocery store, and if you go under, say, $1,000, use that as your new zero, where it's like, okay, we have $1,000 in our checking account, we can't go below it. And then if you go to the store and your account ends up at $9.89, it's not the end of the world, right? But now you're at negative $8, real dollars, you're negative, right? So that's just something that I would consider. I know you want to have this debt gone as soon as possible. You could sense that from this video, which I love, okay? I love it, but I would much rather see smaller, consistent progress. So maybe throttle the debt back a little bit, put some towards savings, and the herky-jerky style of kind of what you're explaining isn't helping the stress levels, and it's certainly not helping your bank account. So as long as you're able to pay more than the minimums, that's great. And then at the end of the month, if you have a little extra, you can throw that towards the debt and, help it pay off a little faster. Because at the end of the day, we need to buy groceries. As human beings, we physically need to have food in our bodies, or we're just going to die. So that to me is a non-negotiable. We can't be using grocery money for something else. If anyone follows her or has an update on her story, I just feel so invested right now in what's happening with her. So if you could get me an update in the comments, that'd be great.
All right, so I got a Klarna Afterpay hack for y'all. And yes, I have tried it. Yes, I've done, well, I don't know if anybody's done it before.
Buy now, pay later into cash.
Go to your account and say you're approved to spend for example, your limit is $1,200 or $800 or whatever.
Okay.
You're going to go to your account. You're going to create a one-time like virtual card to use in the store with Apple Pay. You're going to go to like a CVS, Walgreens, Dollar Tree. I know they do it. Target. You're going to go there. Get a gift card, and so you'll get, one if you're just getting like $100, $500, however much. If you need more, just make it add up to however much you're using. Purchase, like your payment method is the virtual card that you created with the Klarna, and then you're gonna take the gift cards once they activate. You're gonna take the gift cards to a Walmart or Food Line, whoever makes money orders and MoneyGrams and things of that nature. You're going to tell them that the money order that you want is for $800, and then to pay for that, you're going to use the gift cards. Now, once they give you the money order or MoneyGram, whatever which you're using, you're going to take that to your nearest check cashing account.
Can you guys let me know down in the comments? Have you?
Of course, with them, you got to have your ID, and boom, there you go.
I just did a quick internet check. I don't think this is possible. Either way, I'm very impressed. All the hoops that you jump through is very creative, but it's also very dumb. She's excited about the part where she generated cash. And again, I don't even know how legitimate this is, but you're also generating debt, because that's what Klarna and Afterpay do. It's debt, guys. It's debt. She didn't mention if she paid it off or not. I'm assuming she has not paid it off. And I get why buy now, pay later is such an attractive option for maybe larger purchases and things like that. But she said she was using it for her rent. Like, I think there's a structural issue with the finances right now, and we need to figure that out first. But I know why BNPL is a good option for people, or at least seemingly, but really it's just another form of debt. And if you're not careful, it's just going to keep stacking on top of itself, and it's going to put you in more trouble and more harm than it's worth. That's all we got today, guys. If you like this, let me know, or you can just, I don't know, click on this one.